The pattern that ends empires. Every major empire doesn't die by invasion first. It bleeds out through its money. The sequence is boringly consistent. Military overreach, permanent deficits, currency debasement, printing, inflation, loss of confidence, collapse. Rome did it. Spain did it with silver. Britain did it with the pound. Each one insisted, this time is different. It never was. In 2025, the United States is marching through the same stages with a reserve currency that props up the whole world. The only meaningful questions now: where are we on the curve? Early decline, mid-spiral, or endgame? And how fast does confidence snap once markets realize the tools that saved 1929 and 2008 are spent? 2. Rome. Debase, inflate, disintegrate. Rome's denarius began as trusted, near-pure silver. Then came costs: legions, roads, frontier wars, palaces. Nero clipped purity to make more coins. Later emperors slashed silver content from 100% to 5%. Wages stayed nominally the same. Purchasing power died. Prices exploded. Farmers bartered. Soldiers demanded gold or goods. Tax collection seized up. The borders didn't collapse first. The money did. Without a functional unit of account, Rome couldn't pay armies or maintain administration. By 476, the Western Empire was a skeleton. Lesson: when you monetize deficits by debasing the unit, you don't stimulate. You detonate the system that coordinates production, pay, and trust. 3. Spain. Drowning in silver. Spain found a cheat code: oceans of New World silver. The Peace of '8 became global money, but flooding Europe with metal didn't create real wealth. It inflated prices. Spain imported goods instead of building industry, while waging multi-front wars. Debts ballooned. Defaults came in 1557, 1560, 1575, 1596. Creditors demanded returns Spain's economy couldn't earn. Coinage quality slipped. Credibility died. The empire wasn't resource poor, it was discipline poor. Silver bought time, not solvency. When your revenues depend on extraction and your spending depends on prestige wars, the currency becomes the release valve. It bursts. Spain slid from hegemon to has-been within a century. 4. Britain. From power to decline. For more than 200 years, Britain's pound was the world's strongest currency. It was backed by gold and trusted everywhere, fueling trade across the empire. But World War I changed everything. The war cost far more than Britain could afford, and the country borrowed heavily to survive. When the government tried to return to the gold standard in 1925, it overvalued the pound, making exports too expensive and causing mass unemployment. By 1931, Britain gave up the gold standard completely. Then World War II pushed the country deep into debt, owing more than twice its entire yearly economy. In 1944, the US dollar replaced the pound as the world's main currency. After that came a painful decline: multiple currency devaluations, rising inflation, and shrinking global influence. Britain didn't lose its empire in battle. It lost it when the world stopped trusting its money. 5. America. From gold to printing press. After World War II, the US dollar became the world's main currency. It was backed by gold and other nations trusted it completely. But over time, America started spending more than it earned on wars, government programs, and global bases. By the 1960s, countries noticed the US was printing more dollars than it had gold. In 1971, President Nixon ended gold backing completely. The dollar became just paper, valuable only because people believed in it. Since then, America has printed trillions to cover its debts, and each round of easy money makes that belief a little weaker. 6. The pattern never changes. Every collapsing empire follows the same 7 steps. First comes power and trust, then expansion, overspending, money printing, inflation, loss of confidence, and finally collapse. Rome debased its silver coins. Spain flooded Europe with silver. Britain left gold and inflated the pound. America prints dollars without limits. Each empire thought it was unique, but the math never changes. You can't spend forever without earning, and you can't print wealth. The United States is already deep in stage 5, inflation and growing doubt. What comes next is always the same. People stop trusting the currency. 7. Why 2025 is different. When Rome fell, it was mostly Rome that suffered. When Britain collapsed, only its empire felt it. But the US dollar isn't just America's currency, it's the world's. Every country trades and borrows with it. That means when the dollar weakens, everything shakes. The US now pays more in interest each year than on its military or social security. The Fed can't cut rates without fueling inflation and can't raise them without crushing debt. There's no easy option left. When confidence in the dollar fades, it won't just be an American problem, it'll be a global one. 8. The everything bubble. In 1929, it was stocks. In 2008, it was housing. Now, it's everything. Stocks are overpriced, real estate is overvalued, and bonds, the safe investment, are collapsing under government debt. When all three fall together, there's nowhere to hide. Portfolios crash, pensions shrink, and confidence disappears. The old system of stocks up, bonds down doesn't work anymore. The markets are like a three-legged stool with every leg cracking at once. When it finally breaks, the damage won't be local. It'll hit every country tied to the dollar. 9. The confidence game. Currencies don't collapse overnight. They crumble slowly, then all at once. It starts small. A missed payment, a bad bond auction, or a banking scare. Then investors panic, algorithms sell, and the system snowballs. The Federal Reserve prints money to calm the markets, but each bailout destroys more trust. Foreign countries begin trading in other currencies. Businesses raise prices faster, and savings lose value. Confidence is like glass. It doesn't bend, it breaks. When it's gone, printing more money can't bring it back. 10. 3 possible futures. History gives 3 outcomes. First, slow decline, like Britain after World War II, where the empire shrinks but survives. Second, sudden collapse, like Rome, where the economy breaks and chaos follows. Third, reset and rebuild. A new currency system replaces the old one, possibly tied to gold or digital money. The United States could still choose the first or third paths if it faces reality soon. But if it keeps printing, borrowing, and denying the math, history's pattern says the second path is waiting. 11. What collapse feels like. It doesn't start with explosions. It starts with emptier wallets. Groceries cost more, paychecks buy less, savings disappear, and jobs become scarce. The government cuts services while taxes rise. Retirements vanish as markets fall. People lose trust in leaders, in banks, and in the future. It's not a single event. It's a slow erosion of normal life. One day people realize their money doesn't stretch far enough, and by then, the damage is already done. That's what collapse looks like in the modern world. 12. How to avoid the fall. Every empire that survived made one hard choice: discipline. Spend less, rebuild industry, restore trust in money. The United States could still change course, limit debt, control spending, and back the dollar with something real again. It would mean sacrifice and fewer luxuries, but it would save the system. History is clear. Those who face the truth early adapt. Those who ignore it fall fast. The pattern never lies, but it also never says collapse is mandatory. It's still a choice.